Hello everybody! Looking forward to doing Pilates with you today. So today I'm going to concentrate on 3 different Pilates movements. Half roll back, spine stretch, and full roll back. It's really good for your core and also manipulating the spine, so you will have good posture and also a strong core. 2 amazing things to have in your life. So let's do that, okay? Now, I'm gonna come to the side. You can have 3 different levels of the legs. First, bent knees, feet on the floor, easiest. Second, heels into the ground. It's great for any tension in the back of the legs or the hips. Third, extend the legs all the way out, toes back towards you, hardest. This is the one that I'm going to do. You don't have to necessarily do it with me. But any of them, make sure that you're not clenching at the hip area, okay? Belly is in, sitting up on those sit bones. Spine is nice and straight and tall. Shoulder blades are in and down the back. And those palms are gonna come out in front of you towards each other. But as you do that, make sure that we're not bringing these arms out of the shoulder sockets. Belly is in, straight spine, shoulder blades in and down the back. Half roll back, halfway down to the mat. So you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, rocking off the sit bones, scooping out the belly, rounding that spine, feeling a nice stretch in between all of the vertebra. Now you're gonna press in the belly, breathing in through the nose, relax at the hip flexor to come all the way up. Shoulder blades come in and down the back. So when you roll back, I want you to think about those shoulder blades. They're gonna come out to the side when you're rounding the spine, and then as you come up, they come back into center. They come in and down the back. So let's think about that as we do that. Breathing in and out, scooping out the belly, rounding the spine. Feel those shoulder blades come out to the side of the back. Then pressing in the belly, relax at the hip flexor, breathing in through the nose. And coming all the way up, and those shoulder blades come in and down the back. Good. So that's 2. Now we are going to come forward into a spine stretch. Okay, so you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulder blades in and down the back. Relax at the hip flexor because a lot of times we clench there. Now, you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, tuck the chin just a little bit, scooping out the belly, rounding the spine as if you have a beach ball in front of you, okay? Now, this is going to really stretch out all of the little muscles in between the spine. Okay, you'll also feel this through the hamstring and the calf as those toes come back towards you. Then press in the belly, breathing in, and you're going to come up 1 vertebra at a time, bringing those shoulder blades in and down the back. So the same thing as before. I want you to feel the rounded spine, and those shoulder blades are going to come to the side of the back, and then when you come up, they come in and down the back. Okay, so you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, scooping out the belly, rounding that spine. You feel those shoulder blades come out to the side, right? You're also scooping that belly out, not pressing it out, reaching towards those toes, and then pressing in the belly, breathing in. 1 vertebrae at a time comes on top of each other, and those shoulder blades are where? In and down the back. Good. So now, we're going to come all the way down to the mat and then come back up to a seated position first. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, shoulder blades in and down the back. And then we'll add the spine stretch in a second. So I'm just going to scoot a little bit forward because it brings you back. Now remember, any level of the legs that you want. Reminder, 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to do this one though. Palms towards each other, arms back in the shoulder sockets. Now you're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, scooping out the belly, manipulating the spine, so rounding the spine, those shoulder blades come to the side of the back. Slowly, with control, you're coming all the way down. You're using those belly muscles to come down, slow and controlled, as well as the manipulation of the spine. Arms come back by the ears, but make sure you're not popping that lower back. Belly is in and navel's into the spine, okay? Now, we're going to come up to a seated position. You breathe in and out, pressing in the belly, curling up the head, neck, and chest, scooping that belly out, not pressing it out, right? Grounding those feet. and relaxing at the hip flexor. If those feet come up off the floor, you can bend the knees and ground those feet. Now, coming up one vertebrae at a time, and where do those shoulder blades go? In and down the back. Good. Do this slow and controlled so you really get into the smaller muscles of the body. Let's do this again. Breathing in and out, rocking out the sit bones, scooping out the belly, rounding that spine. Shoulder blades come to the side of the back. Coming down slowly with control, using that belly, manipulating that spine, one vertebrae at a time comes onto the mat. Good, then we're going to come back up to a seated position. You breathe in and out, curling up the head, neck, and chest, scooping out the belly, grounding those feet onto the floor, relaxing at the hip flexor. Use this belly and slowly come up one vertebrae at a time, and you feel those shoulder blades now come into the back and down. Good. So now this next one, we're going to come up and over into the spine stretch right away. Okay? So you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, scooping out the belly, rounding that spine, coming all the way up, or down, and then going all the way down to the mat. Good. This time we're coming up and over the legs. So you breathe in and out, pressing in the belly, curling up the head, neck, and chest, grounding those feet into the floor, relaxing at the hip flexor, using that belly, rounding that spine. As you come up, we're not going to a straight spine, we're coming up and over. So you can keep that neck a little bit tucked with the chin, scooping out the belly, rounding that spine over that beach ball. You're reaching towards those feet, right? Then we're going to press in the belly and breathe in. And when we were over the legs, the shoulder blades were out to the side of the back. But now one vertebrae at a time comes on top of each other, and those shoulder blades come in and down the back. Good. Let's do that again. So you breathe in and out, rocking out the sit bones, scooping out the belly, rounding the spine. The shoulder blades come to the sides of the back, right? We're coming down slowly with control, using that belly. Good. Manipulating the spine, one vertebrae at a time hits the mat. Arms come back by the ears without popping the lower back, nables into the spine. We're going to come back up and over the legs. So you breathe in and out, pressing in the belly, curling up the head, neck, and chest, grounding those feet onto the floor, relaxing at the hip flexor, pressing this belly in. Good. And one vertebrae at a time comes on top of each other. Now we're going to come up and over the legs. So still keep that chin a little bit tucked. Scoop out that belly, around that spine, come all the way up and over towards those toes. You will feel a nice stretch through the back of the legs as well. Good. And then pressing in the belly. Now the shoulder blades are out to the side, but as you bring one vertebra at a time on top of each other, the shoulder blades then come in and down the back. Woo! Wasn't that fun? All right, well, I just did half roll back, spine stretch, and then full roll back, but then we put together the full roll back and the spine stretch. So now you have a toolkit of things that you can do that will help your belly get stronger, and then also your spine. So then when you are sitting or standing, you're going to feel like you want to press in the belly. And when you do that, guess what? Oops, I just hit my mic. Sorry about that. And as you do that, and you bring the shoulder blades in and down the back and the chest is wide, you're standing nice and tall or sitting nice and tall, and you have good posture. Woohoo! Good for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Please come back for more. I'm doing these videos twice a week. We always love likes, comments, and subscribes. So I'll see you next time. Woo-hoo!